All right, so the flow for this week is going to take us toward bird of paradise here, which means a good amount of hip opening and working towards splits, actually. So you're going to feel this a lot in the inner thighs, definitely get in the hamstrings quite a bit as well. We're going to do a whole lot of prep before we get to the point of attempting bird of paradise, but that's a demonstration I have here, and there's two variations to take this into. You can work toward the full pose itself. It has a very aggressive bind while you're standing on one foot, and basically you're moving toward a vertical split, or you can just bypass the bind if your hips are just tight and you're having any trouble balancing on one foot. So back off if you need to. It's a very aggressive pose, and really be aware of where your body's at. And we'll just open up as much as we can before we get there. But to demonstrate, once we get into this, from the main part of the flow, every sequence will bring you to the front of the mat. And as usual, we'll come into this from a wide-legged forward fold. So keep it loose. So your hips are high in the air. Your knees stay bent here to begin. And then you're going to wrap one of your arms around one of your legs to find the bind. This will get you to the full pose. So I'm going to wrap my left leg, my left arm around my left thigh, palm up and behind. My right hand comes around to complete the grip. And if you're going to take this version, make sure you can actually get your hands together. And there's no doubt at all. You don't want to just do this with a couple fingertips together. So keep that thigh pulled in. You're going to keep the fold and just keep your head low. And we're just going to walk this. And part of this is just to see if you can actually hold on to the bind. So I'm going to step my left foot back and then the right foot back and then step forward. And then from here, you're going to bring your base foot underneath you. So my left leg is bound, my right leg's the base. My right foot comes into center. I'm going to keep that foot flat and bend the knee and lift the heel of the leg that's going to come up. Now look forward, take this slow. Treat it like you're lifting a heavy box. With an inhale, bring your torso upright. Bring that knee up with you. And keep it pulled in as close as you can. You can always bend into your standing knee. All right, now it's enough just to hold on to this here if you've got a bent leg, and obviously I'm not super flexible because I'm not completely straight, but if you want, you can start to straighten that lifted leg. Ooh, go slow. Definitely takes a pretty open hip and pretty open hamstring. And then when you come back down, take it down light, move with control, and just set this down, releasing to your forward fold. Try not to just fall down here. Now, if you're going to take the other version and that bind is too intense, which it likely is for most people, just keep your wide-legged forward fold, but then reach your arms wide. So I'm just going to keep my left arm in contact with my left shin somewhere, right arm reaching up, and all the steps are the same. You're going to walk it back and walk it forward. And then again, my right foot's my base. I'm going to bring that to center, bend deep into the base knee, lift the heel of the leg that's going to come up, and look forward. Again, with an inhale, bring your torso upright. Just keep in contact with that leg and bring the knee out to the side. Again, you can always bend into the standing knee to hold on to this. So just keep your hip open. I got my left arm still pressing into my left leg. Hold this upright for a few breaths. And then again, take it down with control. Release to your fold. And then from here, we'll just take it through the Vinyasa and work through the transition going through the rest of the flow. So just work that as best you can. So to get this started, bring yourself to a seat. And let's start this in Baddha Konasana. So that's going to be soles of feet together, knees out wide. And make sure you can sit up relatively tall with this here. So if you got to round your spine to come into this, that means you're going to have to slide your feet forward a little bit, especially if your knees are too high. And just keep that contact, set the hands down to the floor, outside your hips, maybe a little bit behind you. Push into the floor, lift your butt up off the mat. And then just to loosen up, stay lifted from the shoulders. And then push your hips forward toward your heels. And then come back. And just keep on moving back and forth like this and keep your legs active. Keep drawing the knees out to the sides as you're moving. And then the next time you come back toward your hands, just set yourself down. And again, sit this up tall. So relax around the hips as best you can. Let the knees settle toward the floor. And then just keep your fingertips on the floor at your sides. You're not really pushing down to your hands. This is just for stability here. Hold yourself upright. Relax your shoulders down, keep your neck long, pull your chin in just a little bit, and hold tension in your midsection just to keep yourself upright. Once you're ready, close your eyes. So just take a moment to settle in, let your mind quiet down. And then just start to deepen your breathing here. So with the inhales, pulling as much as you can. Fill up your lungs, hold on to all that breath at the top. When you exhale, constrict the back of your throat, so slow your breath down on the way back out. And just work to make your exhales last at least as long as the inhales as you breathe. And just keep breathing like this here to begin. Now when you're ready, here, take a deep inhale. And with the exhale, just open your eyes. And just go slow. With an inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Inhale, reaches up high. Exhale, hands through center again. Inhale, arms up high. Now with the exhale, bring the hands down through center. And then move into a twist. Bring the right hand down behind you, left arm outside your right thigh. Now sit tall. Bring your gaze over the right shoulder. Keep your knees wide. And when I go back and forth, so switch this out. Turn over to the left. Left hand behind. Right arm outside your left thigh. Again, sit up tall. Look back. Keep the knees set wide. And then switch it out again. Turn over to the right side. Work the twist. Lengthen out your spine as you go deep. And then release. Switch it out. Turn over to the left. Left hand behind. Right arm pushing your left thigh. Again, sit up tall. And then one more round. Turn over to the right again. Right hand behind. Left arm outside the right thigh. Now sit up tall. Crown of the head toward the ceiling. Look over your right shoulder. Keep your left arm pushing into your right leg and pull the left knee toward the floor as much as you can. Now as you hold your twist, if you can take this further, then keep the knees wide but start to pulse the left knee down and up. On my count, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then release. Turn through center over to your left side. Left hand behind, right arm outside your left thigh. Again, sit up tall. Work the twist as deeply as you can. Keep looking back. Now keep your knees pulled out wide. And then again here, from here, if you can take it further, pulse that right knee toward the floor. On my count, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then release. Turn back to center. Hands behind. Now lean back and warm up the hips a little bit further as you're leaning back. Bend the right knee, set the right foot flat. Extend your left leg out to the side. Straighten your left leg, keep the heel on the floor. Now the left hand is going to be your base. So set the left hand behind you, bend the elbow a little bit, and bring the right hand to your chest. Be ready to readjust if you need to. We're going to take this up and down. So press into the floor, lift your hips and squeeze your glutes. And then sink this back down. Push into the floor, lift up as high as you can. And then come back down, take it slow. Press into the floor, lift your hips up high. Sink back down. Push into the floor, lift your hips up again. And then sink this down. Press into the floor, hips up high. Sink back down again. Push into the floor, lift your hips, hold here. Now keep your glutes squeezing, keep your left foot pressing down. Just let your head fall back and keep breathing. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, just come all the way down. Hands behind you, switch it out. You can shake your legs out for a moment if you like. When you're ready, just keep your left knee bent, set your left foot flat, and extend that right leg out to the side. Now keep the right leg straight with the heel pressing down. Now right hand stays behind you. And go ahead, bend into that right elbow, bring the left hand to your chest. Again, be ready to readjust a little bit here if you need. Now press into the floor, lift your hips up as high as you can, squeeze your glutes. And then sink this back down. Press into the floor, lift your hips up high. And then come back down, keep it slow. Press into the floor, lift your hips up again. Sink all the way back down. Push into the floor, lift your hips up high. And then lower back down. One more time, press into the floor, lift your hips, hold here. Keep your glutes squeezing, keep lifting up and keep breathing. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, come all the way back down. Now once you're down, just go ahead, lean back, set your feet on the floor, just shake your legs out a little bit. And we'll take this a little bit differently here. Now keep your feet about hips-width distance apart. Hands behind the shoulders. Now palms down, rotate your fingertips in the direction of your feet. Bend the elbows a little bit. Now grip the floor with your fingers. Try to pull the elbows toward each other. Lift your seat up off the floor, just barely off the mat. And then go ahead, bring your hips toward your heels. Feel that stretch across your chest. And then come back toward your arms. And then again, press your hips forward. Keep this low. Stretch out your chest. And then come back. Press this forward again. Keep your seat lifted. Come back toward your hands. Press your hips forward. Open up your chest. And then come back. Now one more time. Go ahead. Bring your hips forward. And then just set your seat down. And work that stretch across your chest as best you can. So the arms are bent. Your hands are still gripping. Squeeze the elbows toward each other. And just keep the feet about hips width. As you hold this, keep your upper body as is. Fold your knees over to the right. Just go slow. Keep your chest pulling forward. Bring your knees through center and then over to your left side. And then back through center, knees over to your right again. Bring your knees through center over to your left. And then one more time, bring the knees over to the right. Keep your chest pushing forward if you want to take it a little bit further. Maybe extend your left leg right. And then bring your left foot back down. Bring the knees through center to your left side. Chest still pulling forward. Maybe extend your right leg left. And then come back to center with both feet flat. Go ahead, walk the hands forward, sit this up. Let go of that stretch. Let's take a moment, shake out your hands, roll your shoulders out a little bit. Once you're ready, cross at the ankles, come forward, your hands into all fours. And then from all fours, we're going to set up for a little bit of bridging from here. Now see if the knees are a little bit wider than your hips. Point the toes toward each other. Walk your hands back, come down to seated on your heels. Now I want to take this back and forth, and to make this work, be sure you're kicking your feet down and squeezing your glutes as you push your hips up and forward. And we'll go back and forth. So hands behind the shoulders about shoulder width. Try to stay light and stay on your fingertips. When you're ready, kick into the floor. Squeeze your glutes. Press your hips up and let your head fall back. And then sink back down to your heels. Kick into the floor. Squeeze your glutes. Lift this up again. And then sink back down. Press into the floor. Lift your hips up high. Open up. Sink back down again. Kick into the floor, lift your hips, open up, and sink it back down. Now press into the floor, lift your hips, and this time hold. Now keep your feet pressing down, keep your glutes tense, keep your chest open. If you can take it further, stay light in your hands and maybe even hover your fingertips up off the floor. And then sink all the way back down. Now once you're down, we're going to take this side to side. Just keep the left hand where it is. With your next inhale, sweep the right arm left, lift your hips and squeeze your glutes. And then bring it all the way back down. With the next inhale, sweep your left arm right, open up to this side, and then sink back down. Inhale, sweep your right arm left, lift up, open up. Exhale, sink down. Inhale, sweep your left arm right, open up here. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, sweep your right arm left, open up. Exhale, sink down. Inhale, sweep your left arm right, open up to this side. And then bring it back down. Inhale, sweep your left arm right, or right arm left rather, open up. Now hold here. Let your head fall back. Keep your hips pushing forward. Maybe take it further. Kick into the right foot and try to lift that right knee a little bit. And then bring it back down. Other side, with your next inhale, sweep your left arm right, open to this side one more time. Let your head fall back, kick into the floor. See about trying to lift your left knee a little bit here. And then bring it all back down. Go ahead, bring your hands forward, come into all fours, and then just move around. Stretch your hands, stretch your fingers, let the shoulders and hips move side to side, and just feel things out. And then go ahead, just keep and bring this into center. Keep your hips stacked over the knees. Bring the hands in close within 1 or 2 hands lengths of the knees. Flip your hands over, backs of the hands down, palms up, point the fingertips in toward you. Spread your fingers wide, press the fingertips down, keep your hands tense like this, and keep your spine lifting up. Go ahead, sway your shoulders side to side to just feel this out, and move into that stretch, going from the backs of the hands into the forearms. Now, if you want to take this further, just come back into center. Keep the hands tense, keep your arms straight. Moving one leg at a time. Step your right foot forward outside your right hand. Just touch the foot to the floor. And then lift your right foot. Now, bring your right knee down past your left leg. Cross the legs for a moment. And then come back to both knees. Other side, left foot forward outside your left hand. Just touch down. And then bring the left knee down past your right leg. Cross here. And then come back to center. Right foot forward outside the right hand again. And then bring it back, right knee down past your left leg. Back to both knees. Left foot outside the left hand again. And then bring the left knee down past your right leg. And come back to both knees. Right foot outside the right hand one more time. Bring the right knee down past your left leg. And then bring that knee to the floor. Left foot outside the left hand. And then bring the left knee down past your right leg one more time. And then back to both knees. And then come up onto the fingertips. Walk the hands forward, wrists underneath the shoulders, knees into the hips, palms down. One more stretch. Rotate your hands, fingertips to the sides and then in toward the knees as far as you can go. Now you can always bring your hands in closer to the knees if you want to back off from the intensity here. But keep your fingers spread wide, grip the floor, press your spine up toward the ceiling. Go ahead, circle your shoulders or wrists and feel this out. and then come into center. Now to take this further, start to go forward and back. Bring your shoulders forward, pull the elbows underneath you, so bend your arms to where you can. You don't have to go too deep, but then press back up to straight. And just keep on going forward and back. Now when the elbows bend, squeeze them toward each other, try to get the arms underneath you, and try to come down basically about halfway, moving toward 9 degrees on the arms. Now the next time you come forward, stay forward. Try to rest your torso on your arms. Keep your fingertips pressing down. To take it further, just keep the upper body as is. Extend the right leg straight back, reach for the big toe. Lower the hips so you feel that lift in the glutes. And then I want you to pulse your right leg sideways, right foot to the left. On my count, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now keep the upper body as is. Bring the right knee down. And then do this on the other side. Extend your left leg straight back. Reach for the big toe. Lower the hip and feel that in the glutes. Pulse the left foot to the right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left knee down. Come up onto the fingertips. And then down onto your heels. And just take a moment, shake your hands out. Loosen your fingers and loosen your wrists. Now, once the hands are ready, come back to all fours, and let's take this into a lopsided setup from here. So I want you to come down onto the right forearm and stay on your left hand. Right elbow to the side, bring your right hand to the center, so that forearm's diagonal. Slide your left hand back, stack the elbow above the wrist, and keep the elbow pulled into your side. Now put the weight to the right knee and hover the left, keep your left knee bent. Now left knee out to the side, lift it up as high as you can, and then fold the leg back in. Left knee out to the side, lift it high, fold the leg in again. Left knee to the side, high as you can lift. Fold back in. Left knee to the side, lift it high, and fold back in. Now left knee to the side, keep it lifted, keep your toes pointed left. And with an inhale, extend that leg straight back. Exhale, knee to left shoulder, bring it in close. Inhale the left leg back again. Exhale, knee to shoulder. Inhale the left leg back. Exhale, knee to shoulder again. Inhale the left leg back. Now exhale, knee to shoulder one more time. Push your left leg down into your left arm. And then try to move from the hip. Set your left foot down to the floor and step that left foot past your left hand. Walk it forward if you need. So try to get that left arm underneath your left leg. Now while you're low like this, take a half bind. Wrap your left arm around your left thigh, palm up and behind. Once you hook the arm around your leg, pull that thigh in toward the side of your ribs. This might be enough, and you might already feel that stretch in the inner thigh. If you can go further, start to lean right. Maybe lift your left heel and lift your left shoulder. Maybe lift your left leg up off the floor entirely. And if you want to take it even further, keep the bind and see about extending the leg. And we're sort of moving toward the bind that you take in Bird of Paradise here. All right, when you're ready, go ahead, bring that left foot down. Left hand to the floor, come up to all fours. And of course, we got to do this on the other side. So when you're ready, come down onto your left forearm and stand your right hand this time. Left elbow to the side, left hand moves into the center. Slide the right hand back and stack the elbow above the wrist. Keep that elbow pulled in. Now put the weight to the left knee and hover the right, keep your right knee bent. Right knee to the side, lift it up high, and then fold the leg in. Right knee to the side, high as you can lift. Fold back in again. Right knee out to the side, lift it up high. Fold back in. Right knee to the side, high as you can lift. And then fold back in. Right knee to the side, lift it up high. Fold back in again. Right knee to the side, high as you can lift, and hold here. Keep your toes pointed right. Now with an inhale, extend your right leg straight back. Exhale, bring it forward, knee to right shoulder. Inhale the right leg back. Exhale, knee to shoulder. Inhale the right leg back. Exhale, knee to right shoulder. Inhale the right leg back. Exhale, knee to shoulder again. Inhale the right leg back. Exhale, knee to shoulder one more time. Push the right leg into your right arm. Keep your chest facing down. And then go ahead and set the right foot down on the floor. Try to get it past the right hand. Walk it forward if you need. Right arm underneath your right leg. Now go ahead, take that half bind, wrap your right arm around the right thigh, palm up and behind you. Once you hook that arm around your leg, keep the thigh pulled in close. This might be enough. If you can go further, start to lean left and lift your right heel. Maybe lift the right foot up entirely and open to the side. And if you want to take it even further with the bind, see about extending the right leg. All right, go ahead, release that. Bring the right foot down, right hand down. And then come back up to all fours. Take a couple breaths. Now, from all fours, one more thing to really warm things up. So set this up, wrists into the shoulders, knees into the hips, tuck the toes of both feet. Now go ahead, hover your knees up off the floor, and then sink your seat down to your heels. We're going to go back and forth from this position. We'll take the first round slow. So step your right foot forward outside your right hand, and then lift your right hand, pull your left leg through. Now pull back, Step back and sink down to the heels. Other side, left foot outside the left hand. Lift your left hand, pull the right leg through this time. Pull back and sink down to the heels. 4 more rounds. Right foot forward, left leg through. Pull back and then sink this down. Left foot forward, right leg through. Pull back and sink down. Right foot forward, left leg through. Pull back and sink down. Left foot forward, right leg through. Pull back and then sink down. Right foot forward, left leg through. Pull back and sink down. Left foot forward, right leg through. Pull back and sink down. Right foot forward, left leg through. Pull back and then sink down. Left foot forward, right leg through. Pull back, sink down. Last round, right foot forward, left leg through. Pull back and sink down. Left foot forward, right leg through. Pull back, sink down, and then just sit your knees down. And just breathe here on all fours. Now you can just stay here and breathe and take a break, and that's good enough. Maybe take another stretch before we move on. Whenever you're ready, tuck your toes, straighten your legs, hips up high, and find your down dog. Now once you move in your down dog, take a look at how you set this up. Hands about shoulder width distance apart. Press your palms flat. You want to feel weight toward the base of your thumbs. Now sink your chest down low, but reach your hips up as high as you can. Pull in from the belly, round the low ribs. Use that tension in your core to lengthen your spine and keep your hips reaching high. If your legs are tight, let that go. Bend your knees. And you can always just pedal this out and let your hips move side to side. When you're ready, here, take an inhale. With the exhale, just bend the knees. Look forward, step to the front, take a ragdoll fold. Now feet about hips width distance apart, deep bend in the knees, let your belly touch your thighs. Let your head hang, let your spine round, let everything go long and loose, and let the muscles in your neck relax. Now you can hang your hands to the floor, maybe reach to opposite elbows. You can shake this side to side to loosen further. And then when you're ready, just release any grip that you have. Keep your knees bent to begin and restack your spine. Round this upper standing. Bring your head up last and just open up your palms at your sides. When you're ready, with an inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, bring your hands down to heart center. Now take a moment here to breathe, set an intention, and let your mind clear. Find your focus. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release your hands. Now with the next inhale, reach your arms up high. And with the exhale, slowly fold this forward. Hinge at the hips, start with a straight spine. Pull, bending the knees. Keep your core engaged, move smoothly, and then release at the bottom. With an inhale, lift up halfway. Fingertips to the floor, to the shins, lengthen forward through the crown of your head. And then with the exhale, just bring your hands to the mat. And let's step this back to high plank. Now find your shape, wristing the shoulders, palms pressed to the floor. Press the floor away from you. Press your spine up toward the ceiling and just hold that lift. Take an inhale. Now with the exhale, slowly bring your shoulders forward as the elbows bend. Keep your body in line, elbows pulled into your sides. Lower with control all the way down into your belly. Now once you're down, flatten your feet out behind you. Hands under the shoulders, elbows in at your sides. And let's take it up and down through low cobra. So with an inhale, just peel up your head, neck, and chest. Exhale, roll it back down. Inhale, peel this up again. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, peel up one more time and hold here. Now keep the lift in your upper body, feet pressing down, keep your glutes squeezing. And then take the weight out of your hands, elbows at your sides, draw the shoulders back, keep looking forward. And work to lift up even higher. Now take an inhale. Exhale, just roll this down. Bring the hands under the shoulders, pull the elbows into your sides. And we'll take it to upward facing dog. So with an inhale, straighten your arms. Now pull your chest forward, let your hips hang, stay on the tops of your feet. Keep your legs active and lift your knees. Take it further, kick your feet down, squeeze your glutes and pull your hips forward to deepen the arc through the front. Lift up with the arms, but lift with your shoulders. Keep your neck long, keep your chest pushing forward. Take an inhale. With the exhale, pull your belly in, hips up high, back to down dog. Paddle out here. Let your hips move side to side. And we'll take it through the sun salutation. See a steady movement. Take a deep inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees. Look forward, step or float to the front. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold this back down. Inhale to standing, reach the arms up high. With the exhale, fold all the way back down again. Inhale, lift up halfway here. And with the exhale, hands to the mat. Chaturanga's next. High plank to low. With an inhale, open up your chest, lift your gaze up, dog or cobra. Exhale, pull your belly in. Hips high to down dog. 2 more rounds like that. Take an inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or float. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to standing, reach us up high. With the exhale, bring it back down again. Inhale, lift up halfway. And with the exhale, hands to the floor, high plank to lows next. With an inhale, open up, draw this forward. And with the exhale, pull it on and bring your hips back up. 1 last round, take an inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees. Look forward, step or float. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to standing, reach as high. And then exhale, all the way back down. Inhale, halfway lift here. And then with the exhale, set the hands. Chaturanga. With an inhale, open up, pull this forward. With the exhale, draw it on. Bring your hips back up. And just pedal out, breathe here. Now from your down dog, inhale the right leg high behind you. And move into a scorpion dog. So bend your right knee, hang your right foot left as far as you can. And open this up. Try to get light, stretch it out. See about lifting your right palm up off the floor and staying on your fingertips. Now with an inhale, straighten your right leg through like a dog. And with the exhale, just bring the foot down. Other side, inhale the left leg high. Now bend your left knee, hang your left foot right, open up. Stretch it out. Maybe lift that left palm up off the floor. With an inhale, straighten your left leg through like a dog. And with the exhale, come back to your down dog. From here, take an inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees. Look forward, step or float. And then inhale, lift it up halfway. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale to standing, reach us up high. And with the exhale, sink into chair. Put the weight to heels, bend your knees, and bring your hips down low. Now, as you settle in, feet within hips with distance, big toes and knees toward each other. Bind it from above. Bring the right hand behind your head, palm faces in. Left palm the other way, clasp your fingers, and with the left hand, pull the right arm behind your head. Now push your head back. Keep the shoulders pulled back. Keep your chest open. Keep looking forward. And then lift your toes up off the floor. Now back and forth. Roll this forward. Lift your heels up as high as you can. And then set your heels back down. Forward again. Lift your heels. And then set them back down. Forward again, heels up high. Set the heels down again. Bring it forward, lift your heels. And then set the heels down. 1 more time forward. Keep the heels high. Keep looking forward. Just breathe. And then just set the left heel down. And bring yourself to standing with your right knee lifted. Find your balance. Keep your left big toe pressing down. Once you're stable, take a figure 4. Right ankle crosses your left thigh. Now curl the toes of the right foot. Bend to that left knee. Sink your hips down. Now keep your chest open, shoulders back, keep looking forward. If you want to go deeper, maybe look up, but just keep breathing. All right, with your next inhale, straighten your left leg, lift your right knee. Switch feet, bring the right foot down, and come to standing with your left knee high this time. Keep your right big toe pressing down. Once you're stable, bring your hands to your low back. Palms open, fingers wide, shoulders pulled back, elbows wide. Keep your chest open here. Put a little bend on your right knee. We're going to go back and forth from here to a warrior 3. So hinge from the right hip. Extend your left leg back. Bring everything lifted into line. Come down toward parallel. And then take it slow. Come back upright with your left knee high. Keep your right big toe pressing down. Hinge from the right hip. Left leg straight back. Take it the way you can, hold your balance. And then bring it back up the vertical with your left knee lifted. Now 1 more time, hinge from the right hip. Left leg back, shoulders pulled back. Keep your chest open, keep looking forward. Take this as deep as you can hold and lower that left hip. And from here, we're going to move into a high lunge. Now just bend the right knee, bring the left foot down behind you. Bring yourself upright. Let's take a moment to adjust. So Take a look at your stance. Deep bend of the right knee, left leg towards straight. Left hip pulls forward, right hip pulls back. That left heel stays lifted behind. Go ahead, square up your hips. When you're ready, with an inhale, reach the arms up high. And then with the exhale, hands through heart center, left elbow outside your right thigh. Move into a twist here. Now press the elbow to the thigh, press the palms together. Look up over your right shoulder. Keep your left hip pulling forward. And if you're having trouble balancing, you can just set your left knee down. Now, if you can balance this and hold on to your twist, you can move with this. Just dip your left knee down to the floor just a touch lightly. And then lift that knee back up and straighten your left leg, still holding the twist. Again, dip your left knee down toward the mat. And then lift back up, you're still twisted. One more time, bring the left knee all the way down. Now keep that knee down, flatten the left foot behind you, and release your twist, both hands down inside the right leg. Now we're going to move toward a lizard lunge variation from here. So right foot toward the upper right corner of the mat, ankle past the knee a little bit. Curl the toes up off the floor, keep them curled. Roll to the outside edge of the foot, keep the knee to the side. And then tuck the toes of your left foot and lift your left knee. Now square your chest forward, come down low onto both forearms. And just keep this low and keep that right knee to the side. You can stay here with that knee to the side. And if you need to drop the left knee, you can set it down, but keep it lifted if you can. Now, if you can move with this, we're going to open up to the right. So go ahead and reach your right arm forward. And let's go back and forth. Inhale, reach your right arm back and look back. Exhale, reach this forward. Inhale the right arm back again. Exhale, reach this forward. Inhale the right arm back. Exhale, reach forward again. Inhale the right arm back. Exhale forward one more time. Now inhale, reach your right arm back and stay open to the right side. Take a half bind, right arm behind you, palm face when you draw that shoulder back. Now go ahead, set your left knee down, flatten the left foot, kick down, and keep that left hip pressing down and pulling forward. That right knee is still to the side. Now this is good enough right here. Keep everything low. If you can go further without backing up your hips, you can bend your left knee. And maybe reach with the right hand. Now if you can find that foot, kick into your hand, pull the heel in toward your seat. Left hip still low and pulling forward, and right knee still to the side. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release. Come up onto both hands inside your right leg. And we're going to set this up for a half split. Now back the hips up over your left knee. Walk your hands in. And bring your torso upright. Right leg straight with the heel on the floor, the toes pointed up. Now dig into that right heel. Pull the right hip back and the left hip forward. And then once you're ready from here, just keep your hands in your hips, but hinge from the hips. And start to fold over that right leg. Now just take it slow. And then you're trying to move toward a 45-degree angle. So not too deep, but you'll definitely feel that tension with the right heel pressing down. Keep that right hip pulling back. If this is too much, you can bend the knee a little bit. Now as you hold this, reach your right arm back and stretch your left arm forward. Just keep that tension with the right heel digging down and switch arms. Right arm forward, left arm back. Switch with your left arm forward. Switch again, right arm forward. Switch again, left arm forward. Switch again, right arm forward. And then left arm forward one more time. Switch one more time with the right arm forward. Stay here. Now left hand to your hip. Bring the right hand down just inside the right leg. Lift your left shoulder. And you can slide that right heel further out if you like, but open your chest to the left side and keep that right heel digging down. Keep the right hip pulling back and keep breathing here. Now take an inhale. With the exhale, both hands down inside the right leg. Set the right foot flat outside the right hand. And step your left foot forward outside the left hand, so we're moving into that wide-legged forward fold. So feet wide, hips high, head low, keep your knees bent, stay loose. For bird of paradise, if you want the full bind, right arm wraps around the right thigh, palm open behind. Left hand comes around to complete the grip. For the other version, right arm to the right shin, left arm high. Now either way, just stay folded and walk this. Step your left foot back, right foot back, left foot forward. Right foot forward. Now step your left foot to center. That's your base. Keep that foot flat. Bend your left knee. Lift your right heel and look forward. Go slow with an inhale. Bring your torso upright and bring that right knee up with you. Now you can always bend into the standing knee, but keep the right knee to the side. If you got the bind, pull the thigh close. Maybe extend the leg. If you're reaching wide, just keep pushing that knee to the side and keep your hip open. All right, slowly from here, let's take it down. Bring the right foot to the floor, move with control. Release to your forward fold. When you're ready, take an inhale, lift halfway up. And with the exhale, just set your hands, and let's take it through the Vinyasa. All right, let's take this on the other side. From your down dog, inhale the left leg high behind you. And move into the scorpion dog. Bend the left knee, hang the left foot right, and maybe lift your left palm up off the floor. Inhale, straighten this out, three-legged dog. And with the exhale, just bring the foot down. Take it on the other side. Inhale the right leg high. Bend your right knee, hang your right foot left, open up, and maybe lift your right palm up. Inhale, straighten the right leg, three-legged dog. And with the exhale, bring your foot down. From the down dog, take an inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or float. Inhale, lift it up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to standing, reach as high. Exhale, sink into chair. Put the weight to heels, bend your knees, and bring your hips down low. Now again, feet within hips with distance, knees and big toes toward each other. Bind it from above, left hand behind your head, palm facing in. Right palm the other way, clasp your fingers, and use that right hand, pull the left arm behind your head. Push your head back, keep the shoulders back, keep your chest open, be sure you're still looking forward, and keep your hips low. Lift your toes up off the floor, and go back and forth, roll forward, heels up high, and then set the heels down. Forward again, lift your heels, and set them back down. Forward, heels up high, set them back down. Come forward, lift your heels again, and then bring them down. One more time forward, keep your heels high, hold here. And then just set the right heel down. Come to standing with your left knee high. Keep the right big toe grounded, move into your figure four when you're ready. Left ankle crosses the right thigh. Curl the toes of the left foot. Bend the right knee, sink the hips. Keep your chest open, maybe bring your gaze up, and just hold here. Now with an inhale, straighten your right leg, lift your left knee, and switch this out. Step the left foot down, right knee lifted. Now once you're stable from here, go ahead, release your grip, bring your hands to your low back. Palms open, fingers wide, shoulders back, elbows wide, keep your chest open. Put a little bend in the left knee. Back and forth from here to your warrior three. Hinge from the left hip. Extend the right leg back, bring everything lifted into line, and just come down low to where you can. And then back up the vertical with your right knee lifted. Again, hinge from the left hip. Extend the right leg back, everything in line. And then bring it back up the vertical with your right knee high. One more time. Hinge from your left hip. Extend the right leg back. Now take it to where you can hold. Hold your warrior three, lower the right hip, keep looking forward. And let's take it to the high lunge. Bend your left knee, bring the toes of the right foot down behind, and bring yourself upright. Adjust the stance as you need to. Deepen left knee, right leg toward straight. Right hip pulling forward, left hip pulling back. Keep your chest open. Once you're ready with an inhale, reach up high. And with the exhale, hands through center, move into your twist. Right elbow outside your left thigh. Now press the elbow to the thigh, push the palms together, look up over your left shoulder. Keep your right hip pulling forward. And if you're having trouble balancing, you can just bring the right knee to the floor. Now, if you can balance and you do want to move, keep your twist. But go ahead, bend the right knee, just dip down and touch the floor with that knee. And then lift and straighten the leg. Again, hold your twist, dip the right knee down again. And then lift back up. One more time, bring the right knee all the way down. And then flatten your right foot behind you. And then once you're down, just go ahead and release the twist. Both hands to the floor inside your left leg. Move to that lizard variation. Left foot toward the upper left corner. Ankle past the knee a little bit. Curl the toes of the left foot up and roll to the outside edge of the foot. Now tuck the toes of the right foot, lift the right knee. And then come down onto both forearms. So bring yourself down low inside your left leg and keep that knee to the side. Maybe just stay here. You can drop the right knee if you need to, but keep it lifted if you can. If you can move with this, we'll open up to the left. So go ahead and reach your left arm forward. And let's go back and forth. Inhale, reach your left arm back and look back. Exhale, reach this forward. Inhale the left arm back again. Exhale, reach this forward. Inhale the left arm back. Exhale, forward again. Inhale, reach your left arm back. Exhale, forward one more time. Now inhale, reach your left arm back, stay open to the side. And take a half bind, left arm behind your back, pull the shoulder behind you. Go ahead, set the right knee down, flatten the right foot, kick down, and pull that hip forward. Engage the glutes on the right. Keep your left knee to the side. Now, if you can take it further without backing up your hips, you can bend the right knee, maybe reach that left hand back and find the foot. If you have that grip, pull the heel toward your seat. But keep the right hip low and pulling forward, and keep your left knee to the side. Just take it to where you can go here. Now take an inhale. And with the exhale, just release. Come up onto both hands inside your left leg. Now pull your belly and back your hips up over your right knee. Hands to your hips. Bring yourself upright with the left leg extended straight forward. So you're on the left heel, the toes point up. Now dig into the left heel. Pull that hip back. Pull the right hip forward. We're looking for that stretch in the back of the left thigh. And with your hands and your hips, start to hinge forward as far as you can hold. So we're moving toward a 45-degree angle for most people. Dig that left heel down, keep your chest forward, and keep the right hip pulling forward as well. And then as you hold this, reach your left arm back, right arm forward, and without moving anything else, just switch the arms. Left arm forward, right arm back. Switch with your right arm forward. Switch again, left arm forward. Switch again, right arm forward. Switch again, left arm forward. And then switch right arm forward one more time. Switch again, left arm forward, hold here. And then right hand to your right hip, bring the left hand down just inside your left leg. Lift the right shoulder, open up your chest to the right. Now you can slide that left heel forward if you like, but then dig into the heel, pull the hip back. Go ahead, push the left arm into your left leg, and keep breathing here. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bring both hands down inside your left leg. Bend the left knee, set the left foot flat outside the left hand. Step the right foot forward outside the right hand. Again, the wide-legged forward fold. Hips are high, head low, keep your knees bent and stay loose. Now for the full bind into Bird of Paradise, left arm wraps around the left thigh, palm up behind. Right hand comes around for the grip. Find that full grip if you like. And if you're going to take the other version, left arm to the left shin, right arm high. Now go ahead and walk it. Step your right foot back, and then left foot back, right foot forward, and left foot forward. Now to balance, bring the right foot to center. That's your base. Keep that foot flat. Bend the right knee and lift the left heel. Look forward. Go slow. With an inhale, bring your torso upright. Lift that left knee up with you. Now you can keep the right knee bent. Just get your spine up toward vertical. If you're reaching wide, push the left knee to the side. Keep the hip open. If you got the bind, pull the thigh in close. Maybe extend the leg. All right, slowly, let's take it down. Move with control. Come down lightly and release to your fold. From that fold, take an inhale, lift it up halfway. And with the exhale, set your hands, take it through another vinyasa. And once you find your down dog, just take a moment here, move around and breathe. All right, to move into the next sequence, with your next inhale, raise the right leg high behind you. Move into your scorpion dog, bend the right knee, hang your right foot left, and maybe lift the right palm up off the floor. Inhale, straighten this out, three-legged dog. And with the exhale, bring the foot down. Other side, inhale your left leg high. Bend your left knee, hang your left foot right, open up, maybe lift your left palm. Inhale, straighten this up, three-legged dog. And with the exhale, back to down dog. From here, take an inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees. Look forward, step or float. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to standing, reach up high. And with the exhale, sink back into chair. Put the weight to heels, bend your knees, and bring your hips down low. Now once you settle in, bring the right arm across your low back. And at the left side, bring your palms together. So interlace the fingers, pull the palms together. Keep your shoulders drawn back and keep your chest open. Lift your toes up off the floor. Back and forth, roll this forward. Lift your heels up as high as you can. And then set your heels back down. Forward again, lift your heels. And then set them back down. Forward, heels up high. Lower back down. Come forward, lift your heels. And set them back down. One more time, keep your heels lifted this time. Keep looking forward. And then to set your left heel down, come to standing with your right knee lifted. When you're stable, take the legs to an eagle bind. Cross the right leg tightly over the left. Now squeeze the legs together. Let your hips sink down. Shoulders pulled back. And if you want to go further, hinge from the hips. Keep looking forward, but maybe bring your belly down to touch the right thigh. Now with your next inhale, straighten your left leg. Lift your right knee. Come all the way upright. Switch your stance, set the right foot down, and come to standing with that left knee lifted. Now back and forth from here to that warrior three. Once you're ready, put just a little bit on the right knee. Hinge on the right hip, extend your left leg straight back. Everything lifted comes into line. Take it down as deep as you can. And take it slow. Bring yourself back up the vertical and lift your left knee. 2 more times. Hinge from the right hip. Extend the left leg back. Keep looking forward. Lengthen everything out. And then come back up the vertical with your left knee lifted. 1 more time. Hinge from the right hip. Extend your left leg back. Now take this to where you can hold. Keep breathing here. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, low lunge, bring both hands down and bring the left foot down behind you. Now I want to set this up for a kneeling warrior too. So bring your left knee down to the floor. Sweep the left foot to the right side of the mat. So bring yourself upright. You're going to turn open to the left side. Everything's vertical from left knee up. Right foot flat, and bring that right heel in line with your left knee. Now you can walk the right foot forward as far as you like, as long as you can keep the foot flat. Stay open to the side. Take a half bind, left arm behind your back, palm facing away. Reach your right arm forward, palm open toward the ceiling. Keep your feet grounded and pressed into the floor. Now with an inhale, just reverse. Reach back, lean back, gaze up high. With the exhale, extend this forward and keep looking up. Inhale, reverse this. Exhale, extend. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Inhale, reverse. Now, at the exhale, extend it forward 1 more time and stay forward. And then set the right hand down inside the right leg. Keep your left shoulder high and push the right arm into the right leg. Now, you can probably take it deeper. See about bending the right elbow, sinking further down. Left shoulder stays high. If you can go deeper still, maybe take the full bind. You can reach underneath the right leg. Find that grip behind you. Now, if you do find that grip, squeeze the inner thigh to the side of your ribs. And if you want to take that even further, if you have the bind, you can lift the toes of the right foot, dig that heel into the floor, maybe work towards straightening your right leg. But keep your left shoulder high, keep breathing here. Now take an inhale. And with the exhale, just release. Bring both hands down to the floor. Now go ahead, pressing your palms, set the right foot flat. Set the left foot flat as well. So you're going to arrange your legs for a horse stance. Heels in, toes out, knees are bent, hips low, thighs toward parallel with the floor. Once your legs are set up, go ahead, crawl your hands up. Bring yourself upright, move around for a moment. And just settle in with your torso upright. Now bring your hands behind your head, fingers in a lace, palms open, elbows wide, shoulders pulled back, and keep your chest open. Keep your hips low, and without moving anything else, lift the right heel up off the floor, and then set it down. Lift your left heel. Set it back down. Right heel up again. And then set it down. Lift your left heel. And set it down. Right heel up 1 more time. Hold here. Keep your knees wide. Keep your hips low. And then pulse the hips down and up on my count. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set the right heel. And then just straighten your legs. Shake them out for a moment. Oof. Now turn the left foot so it's parallel to the short side of the mat. Put the weight to the left foot, lean left, lift your right heel. Drag the right big toe in so all the weight's in your left leg. Hands to your hips, come to standing with your right knee high. Now once you're stable, just take this into a tree pose. Right foot somewhere inside your left leg. You can have it at the ankle with the toes on the floor, up to the inside of the calf. And if you're going to go higher, avoid the knee and bring the foot to the inner thigh. Just keep that right knee pointed toward the front of the mat. Now hands wherever keeps you stable here. Hips, heart center, maybe reach up. If you can go further, you bring the right arm inside the right leg, push the arm and leg together, and keep that hip open. Maybe reach your left arm high. And if you're going to go further, start to reach and lean over to the right. But keep your balance, keep your gaze forward, and keep breathing here. Now still balancing, just bring yourself upright if you're leaning, hands to your hips. Release the right foot, that knee's still to the side. Step your right foot to the front. Bring the hands down inside your right leg. And step the left foot forward outside your left hand. Take that wide-legged forward fold. Hips high, head low, keep your knees bent. And let's take Bird of Paradise again. So for the full bind, right arm wraps around the right thigh, palm up behind. Left hand comes around for the grip. Otherwise, reach wide, right arm to the right shin, left arm high. Now either way, go ahead, walk it. Step your left foot back. Right foot back, left foot forward, and right foot forward. Left foot's your base. Bring it into center. Deep bend the left knee, lift the right heel, and look forward. Go slow. With an inhale, lift your torso. Bring the right knee up with you. Now again, try to get your spine to vertical. You can always bend that left knee. If you got the bind, pull the thigh in close, maybe straighten the leg. If you're reaching wide, keep pushing that right knee out to your side. Now slowly, let's take it back down. Land light, ooh, and release to your forward fold. From that fold, when you're ready, take an inhale, lift it up halfway. And with the exhale, set your hands, take it through another vinyasa. All right, to even this out, from your down dog, inhale the left leg high. Bend your left knee, find that scorpion dog, hang the left foot right, maybe lift the left palm up off the floor. With an inhale, straighten this out, three-legged dog. And with the exhale, just bring that foot down. Inhale your right leg high. Bend your right knee, hang your right foot left, open up, and maybe peel that palm up off the floor. Inhale, straighten this out, three-legged dog. Exhale, both feet down from your down dog. Take an inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees. Look forward, step or float. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to standing, reach up high. And with the exhale, sink into chair one more time. Bend the knees and bring your hips down low. Now take that low bind. Left arm crosses your low back. Both palms together at the right side. Palms to touch fingers and lace. Shoulders pulled back. Keep your chest open. And then lift your toes. Back and forth. Roll it forward. Heels up as high as you can go. And bring the heels down. Come forward. Lift your heels up again. Set them back down. Forward. Heels up high. Bring them back down. Come forward. Lift your heels. And then set them back down. Forward. Heels up high. Roll back down. And then one more time. Lift your heels and just hold. Keep your chest open. Keep your shoulders pulled back. And then just set the right heel down and come to standing with your left knee lifted. Now once you're stable, take that eagle bind. Cross the left leg tightly over the right. Squeeze the legs together. Let your hips sink down. Keep your shoulders pulled back. Keep looking forward. And if you want to go deeper, maybe hinge from the hips. And as you look forward, you can bring your belly down toward your left thigh. All right, slowly press into the right foot, straighten that leg, lift your left knee high. Switch feet, left foot down, right knee lifted. Now keep the bind, keep your shoulders pulled back, put just a little bend in your left knee, and go back and forth. Hinge from the left hip. Right leg back, move into your warrior three, keep your gaze forward. And then hinge back up the vertical, and bring your right knee up. Again, hinge from the left hip. Right leg extends, everything lifted into line. And then come back up the vertical with that right knee high. Move with control here. One more time. Hinge from the left hip. Extend the right leg back and take this to where you can hold. Try to square up your hips. Keep your gaze forward. Hold your balance. And then from here to your low lunge, bring both hands down. Right foot down behind you. And we'll come down to the kneeling warrior two on this side. So right knee to the floor. Sweep the right foot to the left side of the mat. Now open up toward the right side. Everything's vertical from the right knee up. Left foot flat with the left heel in line with the right knee. And again, you can walk that foot as far forward as you like, as long as it stays flat on the floor. Take a half bind, right arm behind your back, palm face away, pull the shoulder back. Reach your left arm past your knee, palm open toward the ceiling. And go back and forth. Inhale, reverse. Reach back, lean back, gaze up high. With the exhale, extend this forward, keep looking up. Inhale, reverse this again. Exhale, extend. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, extend one more time. Now bring your left hand down inside your left leg. Right shoulder pulled back, stay open to the side. You can probably go deeper and bend that left elbow, sink further down. Now if you want the full bind, reach underneath your left leg, find that grip behind you. And squeeze that inner thigh toward the rib cage. Keep the right shoulder high if you want to go deeper. Maybe lift the toes of your left foot. You can slide that heel forward and try to straighten your left leg. Just take this to where you can go. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release. Bring both hands down to the floor. Now go press into your palms, set your left foot flat. And then come up onto the right foot as well and arrange your legs into a horse stance here. So just that wide-legged squat. Heels in, toes out. Bend the knees, thighs toward parallel with the floor. When you're ready, walk your hands up. Bring yourself upright. Move around a little bit to adjust. And then keep your hips low, but keep your torso upright. Look forward. Hands behind your head. Interlace the fingers. Elbows wide. Shoulders pull back. Keep your chest open without moving anything else. Lift your left heel up off the floor. and then set it down. Lift your right heel. And then set it down. Left heel up again. And set it down. Lift the right heel. And set it back down. Left heel up one more time. Hold here. Keep your knees wide. Pulse the hips down and up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set the left heel down. Straighten your legs for a moment. Shake them out a little bit. And then go ahead and turn the right foot so it's parallel to the short edge of the mat. Hands to your hips. Lean to the right side. Lift the left heel. Drag that left big toe over. Come to standing with your left knee high. Woo. And then once you're stable here, move into tree. So left knee to the side, left foot inside the right leg. At the ankle, the toes on the floor, or up to the calf. And if you're going to go higher, avoid the right knee. Bring the foot to the inner thigh. Left knee points toward the front of the mat. Hands wherever keeps you upright. Hips, heart center, you can reach this up. If you can go further, left arm inside the left leg. Keep the leg and arm pushing into each other. Maybe reach that right arm up. And if you want to go further, reach the right arm up and over. Start to lean left. But just keep your gaze forward. Keep your balance however far you take this. Still balancing. If you're leaning, bring your torso upright. Hands to your hips. Release the left foot, the knees still out to the side. Step the left foot to the front. Bring the hands down inside your left leg. And then step the right foot forward outside your right hand one more time for that wide-legged forward fold. Keep your knees bent and keep your hips lifted. For the full bind, left arm wraps around your left leg, palm up behind, right hand comes around to complete the grip. Otherwise, reach wide, left arm to left shin, right arm high. Now keep the fold and go ahead and walk this. Step your right foot back and then left foot back. Right foot forward and left foot forward. Now right foot to center, that's your base. Deep into the right knee, lift your left heel and look forward. Take it slow with an inhale. Bring your torso upright. Bring the left knee up with you. You can bend that right knee as much as you need. But again, try to get your spine to vertical. If you got the bind, pull the thigh in close. Maybe extend the leg. If you're reaching wide, just work to keep that left hip open. All right, take it slow. Let's bring it down and land in that forward fold. Take it down light. And then once you're ready, take an inhale, lift up halfway. With the exhale, set the hands, take your last vinyasa. All right, from mid down dog, we're going to take this into half pigeon. So when you're ready, with an inhale, raise the right leg high behind you. And with the exhale, just bring it forward. Right knee behind the right wrist, right ankle somewhere behind the left. Now go ahead and bring your left knee down, flatten the left foot. Pull the left hip forward, keep it in line with the right. And just sink your weight straight down. Look for at least some of that stretch on the right side, outer hip or toward the glutes. Now you can keep yourself upright like this, or maybe go deeper toward the back bend. If you want to melt down, you can take it down to the elbows. You can melt down all the way over that right leg. Just take it to where you need to right now and breathe with this. All right, now from here, if your hands are forward, walk them in close. We're going to take another pose. So pull your belly in, back the hips up over your left knee. We're going to set this up for a half split. So bring the right foot between your hands, belly onto your right thigh. So keep that contact, but start to walk your right foot forward. Now at any time, you can dig the right heel down, point the toes toward the ceiling, pull the right hip back, left hip forward, and breathe into that stretch on the back of the right thigh. And that's what we're looking for here first. Now, nothing wrong with doing this with a bent knee. If you can straighten the leg and if you want to go deeper to your full split, keep the belly in contact with your thigh, but tuck the toes of your left foot, lift your left knee. And you can go ahead and lengthen this out further, but keep the right hip pulling back, left hip pulling forward. And I recommend just emphasizing the forward fold here, but take it away you like. And keep your hips squared. Keep breathing with this. All right, now if you took it toward the full split, come back to the half split. Hips over your left knee. And then from the half split, go ahead, bring the right knee down, come into all fours. We'll switch sides. So once you're ready, tuck your toes, bring the hips up. And then with an inhale, raise your left leg high. And with the exhale, bring it forward. Left knee behind your left wrist or ankle, somewhere behind the right. Right knee down, right foot flat behind. Pull that right hip forward. Keep your hips in line. And again, sink your weight straight down. Look for some of that stretch on the left, outer hip or toward the glutes on that side. Now you can stay upright here. Again, you can move toward the back bend. Or you can just melt down into the stretch. Take it to where you need to. All right, again, if your hands are forward, walk them in close. Pull your belly in, back the hips up over the right knee, and step the left foot between your hands. Now keep your belly in contact with the left thigh, but start to walk that left foot forward. Whenever you're ready, dig the left heel down, point the toes up, pull the left hip back, right hip forward, and breathe into that stretch in the back of the left thigh. Nothing wrong with just settling with the half split. So hold on to the tension. If you're going to go further, you can tuck the toes to the right foot and lift your right knee. And as your hips sink down, keep them squared. Keep the right hip pulling forward, keep your left hip pulling back. And again, just take things to where you can go here. All right, if you took it toward the full split, come back to that half split again. Hips over the right knee. And then from the half split, come back to all fours. Legs out from underneath you, and bring yourself all the way down onto your back. Now once you're down, pull the knees into your chest, just squeeze everything in tight, and flatten your spine out for a moment. And then go ahead and bring your feet to the floor. We'll just take one round of back bending here. I'm going to start this with bridge and then lead into wheel. So feet and knees, hips with distance. Keep your heels close and flatten your low back as much as you can to start. Arms at your sides, palms down. Keep your gaze high. Now when you're ready, with an inhale, press your feet, lift your hips, squeeze your glutes. And just hold on to that lift. Now as your hips are pressing up to deepen your bridge, bring the hands underneath your hips. Interlace your fingers. You can pull the palms toward each other and work your shoulders further behind your back to open up your chest even more. But keep your hands pressing down, keep your glutes squeezing. Now if you want to take it from bridge to wheel, keep your hips lifted and release your hands. Set them down around your head. And then once you're ready, pressing your palms. You can lift the top of your head first. And whenever you're ready, straighten your arms. So hips toward the ceiling, chest toward the back of the mat. Keep your glutes squeezing. You can always lift up your heels if you need to, but as you set them back down, try to hold on to that engagement in your glutes. Keep that length of your spine. Work to open up your chest. And just keep breathing whatever position you're in here. Take an inhale. With the exhale, sink all the way back down to the floor. Once you're down, pull the knees in close. Then we'll take a supine twist variation. Just bring your left foot down to the floor. And then cross your right leg tightly over the left. So like an eagle bind here. As your legs are squeezing, bring the arms out to the sides. And then tuck your left hip underneath you. Bring your knees down to the left side. And gaze over to the right. Now look for the stretch. Outer right hip toward your low back. And if you need more, you can use your left hand to press your knees further down. Just work the twist. Keep your right shoulder pushing toward the floor. And just keep breathing. Take an inhale. Now with the exhale, bring it back into center. And we'll switch this out. Uncross the legs, bring the right foot to the floor. And then cross your left leg tightly over the right. And as the legs squeeze together, tuck the right hip underneath this time. Knees go right. Look over to the left. And feel that stretch out of left hip toward the low back on this side if you need more. You can use the right hand to press your knees further down. Just work the twist as much as you can and keep your left shoulder sinking toward the floor. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, just release this. Bring it back to center. Uncross your legs and bring your knees to your chest side by side. And then let's take happy baby. Go ahead, reach between the knees, take hold of the outside edges of your feet. Stack your ankles above your knees and pull down. Then draw the knees toward the floor, outside your ribs, and press your feet back up into your hands at the same time. Then keep the tension working up and down. Flatten your spine, sink your tailbone toward the floor. If you can go farther, you can rock side to side. Further still, you can extend your legs out against your grip. And then finally, from here, take a deep inhale, draw down as much as you can. And with the exhale, just release. Extend your legs out fully. Lay your arms at your sides. Open up your palms toward the ceiling. And then just let your eyes close here and let your body settle down into the mat. And then just start to move bit by bit here, fingers and toes, arms and legs. Now take a deep inhale, reach your arms out long past your head. And then draw everything back in, bring the elbows toward your chest. Pull your knees up as well. And find your way up to a comfortable seat. Ground yourself into the mat here, stack your spine. And then bring your hands up to heart center. Take a deep inhale, hold on to at the top. And then just let everything go. Now thank you for joining class. Namaste.